Morning, everybody. It's Fred the mechanic. Fred from Fred's Customs. I'm here today to show you how to do the mechanics for tomorrow's workshop that Francine's going to be taking. It's really cool to see you all out there. Been getting lots of requests for Fred, so Fred thought he'd better make an appearance. So here I am, ready to show you for the mechanics tomorrow. So what we're going to be doing is a really cool workshop tomorrow. It's one of my favourites, one that I really like doing. It's got lots of possibilities. So I'm going to show you how to make this mechanic and then we'll be away. So I'd like to also, hi everyone out there, it's Fred here. So I'm going to show you how to make this mechanic, and I really like to use things that we've used before. So that's what we're going to be doing. So, but I'm also going to give you some alternatives. So what we're really going to need for tomorrow's workshop with Francine is we're going to need a canvas. It's a canvas. I like lots of canvases, always have canvases on hand. Wonderful for doing flowers with. Morning everyone, yep, Fred here. Nice to see you, nice. I'm out and about this morning trying to get my workshops done. So anyway, so this here's your canvas. But I thought there might be people that may not have canvases. So I decided I'm going to show you how to make a couple of options so that you can do the workshop tomorrow. And then you can just let your mind go crazy. I think seeing some of the designs that Francine and I have seen, you know, me being Fred the mechanic, have been pretty awesome. And there's some very talented people out there. So I'm going to give you all a wave. Give you a wave. Hi everyone. So what I thought I'd do to start with is we made the wooden frame. I showed you how to make this a couple of weeks ago. So all I've done is I've just taken the branches out of the middle. So I'll show you how you can reuse these things, you know, because we end up with shelves full of all kinds of things. So it's really good if we can reuse them. So anyway, here we go. So what I've done is I've just got my frame, pulled the branches out of it, and I've actually got here, this is just a backing, a piece of board that comes off the back of like a picture frame or, you know, some of the glass frames that you get. And you always get a bit of card. So I've actually pre-cut this because I've got to show you a couple of options. Yeah, good morning everybody. Oh, nice to see you in Cheshire, is it? I'll get the name right. Oh, David, my mate David. Nice to see you, David. So anyway, what I did was I just laid the frame down on top of here and I traced around it so I could make sure it was fully enclosed. Now, this actually has a couple of different options. So I'm going to show you how we're going to use this for the workshop tomorrow. But then in a couple of weeks' time, I'm going to show you another option. So nothing's ever wasted. So I just cut around to make sure it was going to work. Then I rummaged around and I thought, oh, what have I got that I could use for the material? Well, ideally, it's good to use calico. But if you haven't got calico, what else have you got? Well, I've got my old sheet here, just an old sheet. I thought that'd do the job. So I'm just going to put my sheet on here. I've already cut it down a little bit. I always use my old sheets for different things, you know what it's like. And so I'm just going to put it here. And I want to have like around about, I don't know, about an inch, so probably around about 2.5 centimetres around the edge. And so I'm just going to need to make a straight edge here. So I'm just going to line this up, make my straight edge first, because that's a bit wonky, a bit crooked that bit. So we'll just line that up. And then all I'm going to do is line this up so I come in probably an inch, 2.5 centimetres from either edge, all the way around. And then I've got a rule over here. I'm just going to line that up, make sure you got it all the way around. Get my rule. I'm going to start across the bottom here, do the same thing. I'm just showing you the easiest way to do this. I'm all about making things easy. The easier it is, the better. For me as well. You know, I don't want to go getting too technical. So, I'm going to put this up here. Let's work my way roughly around. This has to be just rough. Gives you a bit of an idea. And then I'm just going to cut around that. So the workshop tomorrow is a really cool workshop. Lots of options with it. And it's something that, it's a really good workshop to do as a group as well. So you can do them at home, have a practice, and then when floral art goes back, you can actually take it back to your group and share it with your members there. Because that's what it's all about. We've got a bit of sharing going on here. Cut here. I could have had this pre-cut, but I thought you might get excited about seeing me cut some fabric. So that's what we're doing, cutting the fabric. So work around. And again, like I say, I'm trying to make it very easy for everybody so you can all have a go. Right, so put that in the middle. Then get some sellotape. I had some sellotape here somewhere. Here we go, sellotape. And then all I'm going to do, this is just going to help you so you can hold it. Yeah, I'm using my teeth. One day they're going to be false, and I'm going to be in terrible trouble. End up having piece of teeth hanging off the end of the sellotape. Might not be a good look. So then just fold it over. Oop, stuck into everything. So make sure it's nice and tight when you're doing this. So that needs to come off again. Pull it really, like stretch it. Make it tight. And we're going to come around here. I might just move this out of the way. Get a bit involved here. Looks good. Oh, you're looking forward to seeing? Well, that's good. It's going to be awesome what Francine's going to do with this mechanic. Alright, just tuck the side over. Fold it over. Put it there. This just makes it easy to get it nice and tight so you've got it onto your frame. Tuck it in. Try and keep it as flat as you can keep it. Right, come around the other side, do the other side. Had a really busy weekend. Really good. Went out to our sons yesterday. And I got to see more grandbabies. Oh, very happy. Oh, I was very happy. I was very tired last night, but I was very happy. Let's put this on here like this. Tuck that one right on the corner there, make sure it's nice and tight. So, just stuck it on, got nice and smooth on that side. Now we're going to be covering this. This is really just giving this the base to what we're going to be doing tomorrow. So bring your frame back over, line it up. Now I could have wrapped it all the way round, but what I'm really liking with this is I'm actually liking being able to see the timber. And you'll see tomorrow why that's so important. So then all I've got here is just some very small nails, and I'm just going to tack it. Tack it in the corner, make sure it's all lined up. Yep, perfect. Over here, do the same on this corner. And I'm only using really small ones because I don't want to have big heads of nails that I've got to try and disguise tomorrow. Because I'm going to cover these so you won't even see them. And I'll just pop maybe one in the middle just to hold it. Again, I'll hold it nice and firm. So if you haven't got a canvas, this is a really good option. But I'm going to show you another concept with this frame, and that's why I like to use frames and have lots and lots of different ideas, being able to reuse things over and over again. Hello, Fred. How are you today? Madhu? I'm really good today. I'm out and about today. Lots of jobs to do outside in the garden, so I thought I'd come and do this first. So now we've made a really cool canvas, like a canvas frame. The beauty about this one is we've actually got the timber edges, and I'm going to show you another option with this because I thought people may not have the wooden frame. They'd be getting a bit desperate. What are we going to use? Come up with another idea. You know, like we've always got picture frames. Always got picture frames hiding. No, I won't be silly. I better be serious. So anyway, this is the picture frame. I've in frame. Anyway, so what I'm going to do is I've taken the back off and the glass was broken in this, so it's really good to use these ones. What I'm going to do on this one is I've actually got some foam core board. And this is the board that's coated either side, but it's got the foam in the middle. So this is a really good one to use. So again, line it up, trying to see how much, if I can go widthways, I may not be able to. No, I'll need to go this lengthways on this one. So that's what foam core board is. And you can get a lot of this, it's really good to get this from like your bookstores or the craft supplies. We get it here, I get it from the warehouse stationery or Mitre 10. I had to go to Mitre 10 the other day and get some bits and pieces for the house. So, and trace around it so you've got the right, and you want to go completely, we're going to completely cover the frame. Just like what we did with the other ones, and we want to come right over that edge. But we're going to use the foam core. Then we're going to get our Stanley knife. And I do like to have a guide when I'm doing this because I want it nice and straight. It also saves my fingers. You've got to look after your fingers. You've only got 10. In my case, I've got 9.5. I cut half off. So I've only got 9.5. So line it up, and then just with your blade, carefully run it. And then move your rule along. Cut through. And then I'm now going to do the other side. And then I'm going to do the other side. Keep working your way along. Make sure it's you're pressing down hard on the rule. It gives a good line. Okay. And you should be able to, actually, I might take it right out to the edge. It's easier to crack the board. That's why I love using the foam board. It's really good. Now, if you haven't got this, but you really want to give this one a go, even cardboard, but you're going to have to cover it because of what we're doing. So you'll need to have it all covered. And I thought, if I got this for you, you'll be able to have a go and have it all ready for tomorrow. Just make sure I've got that again. Come down. Back to the side. Right, so now I've got my foam core. There and there. And again, we still need to cover this because this isn't porous enough. I need it really porous for what I'm doing. Oh, thanks, Helen. Nice to see you. I'm glad you're enjoying it. That's good. Who's that? Donna. Oh, hi, Donna from Mississippi. Nice to see you out there. So now what I'm going to do, now there are options. Like if you haven't got that fabric, you can. This isn't wide enough. I've got another piece inside, but I thought I'd just show you. You can use, this is an old pillowcase, an old cotton pillowcase. You could use that as a base if you haven't got fabric big enough. Let's see if I've got another piece of this. It's going to be big enough to cover this. No, got some more down here somewhere. Right. I've got a nice big bit of this here. The rest of the sheet, queen size sheets are really good. They're quite big. But this one here, yeah, was a bit naked. So, right, so all I'm going to do here is again, I'm going to cut around the edge. So I'm going to lay the board on the top. And I'm going to cut around the edge, but I don't want to have, see on the edge here it's been folded over. That's going to make it too thick and too hard to deal with. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to again line that up. So I've probably got around that 2.5 centimetres, an inch around the edge. I'm going to get my rule. And again, I'm going to just mark that. I just thought it'd be good to show you a couple of different ideas, and then you can have a rummage around in your cupboard, see what you've got out there that we can actually make this with. That one in there. Another one in here. Come up this side here. I just like to make sure that I've got it reasonably straight. It doesn't have to be perfect, but just as long as it's reasonably straight. Okay. Otherwise you're trying to deal with way too much. And just cut that. So how are you all going out there while I'm cutting this? I hope you're all going great. Oh, Francine got a little bit humbled with seeing all these designs that have been getting done with her name on them. I was like, thank you. Said to Francine, that's cool, you know, because that's what it's all about, you know, about sharing and giving. Sometimes you feel like you're always taking, and it's always good to give a little something back because, you know, we're all in this together. I'm calling this our friends around the world. It's just wonderful. I'm just going to cut that off because I think that's going to be too thick where it had been stitched over. Cut down there. Now if you want this really, really super tight, and to make sure that this one is tight, let's show you this option. Just get it, come on puppy, up you go. Cut up and through there. So what we do with this one, because it's actually it's a bit hard to nail in to get it nice and tight, sellotape in at the moment. So what I'm going to do is I've got this here. I always use the good wood PVA glue. The quick drying one is the best one to use. So I'm just going to put a bit of this on here. Give it a good old zap it on there like so. And then I'm going to get my brush. Put my brush here. Where did I put my brush? Oh, here's my brush. And just spread it out because you don't want any lumps. Make sure you go right to the edge. My dad was a painter. That's what my dad did. To paint houses. Worst thing was he was colourblind. People thought he was being creative. Let's spread this out. Make sure you got rid of all the lumps. Oh, we don't want a bit of Brussels on that. And the beauty about this wood PVA is it's so quick drying and it's really strong. And what I'm going to do is we're going to be needing this again tomorrow, but I'm going to be diluting it down because it is too thick for what we're going to be doing. Now all I'm going to do, and hope is this is the right way around, so I'm just going to lay that completely over the top, making sure I've got my space. And when you glue it, start one end, make sure that you get the bubbles out. Try and work your way around. Yeah, look. So work from the middle, work them out, get all the bubbles out. Now tomorrow what I'm going to do is Fred's going to be working on a couple of these later and going to show you how to actually make it work tomorrow. Now we're going to turn it over. Now that's all nicely stuck on and that's what we really, really want. And even on that other piece of wood, I probably would have given it a bit of glue underneath to make sure that it was really secure and fast and tight onto the board. So now what I'm going to do is I might just on with this one here, I'm going to pin it into place because it's a little bit harder to get the nails in this one, and put this on, and then I'm going to put some tape on to get that to hold. Bring that over like so. I might need to put tape on because it is quite strong fabric. That's okay. You're going to have to listen to me using sellotape. Won't need as much though. Put one on there. Put that on there, make sure it's nice and tight. Yeah. It's a sticky little blighter. Make sure you've got it nice and tidy. Not so bad on the back, but you really want to make sure it's tight on the front and it's no bits sticking out for what we're doing. Now I've got to find the end again. I know there's a way to do it, but I always forget to leave the end, leave the little join out. Put that in there. One right in the middle there. Tuck that little bit over. I hope you've all had a good weekend. Wonderful, yeah, been playing in the leaves. I was going to send another message, but I was told I needed to hurry up and put the leaves in the bin because, yeah, it could take a long time. Right, nearly there, team. Put this last one on this last corner, like so. Right. That's what you've got. You really want that nice and tight. I'll have a bit of a play with that later. Then what you do is you just get the little frame. Get one. This is great if you've just got one of your old frames. You just put it on the top and make sure it's on the flat side, like so, because we're going to be using this side, not the underneath for what we're making. So in order to get that to secure, just make sure you get it all lined up and then get your little nails. Make sure they're not ones that will go right through the bench. But be very careful with this because the way this timber is on these frames, you have to go quite gentle, otherwise you'll crack the corner. Oh! Fred's nailed it to the bench. Okay, make sure the nails aren't too big. Lordy. There we go. Okay, so we need to don't put the nails in too far and check to make sure. Oh dear, that's not good. So I'll get some little tacks and I'm going to take that around. I like things to become one, but not the bench as well as the frame. So I'm going to get some little tacks later and I'll tack that all up, and remember to nail it round there with little short nails. I should have checked the depth. Oh gosh, isn't flower so much fun? I mean, it's just so much fun. So I'm going to go and try and find some smaller nails to do this, so that tomorrow I can show, Francine can show you how to, sorry, can show you how to make it. So anyway, this is Fred having way too much fun. So Fred the mechanic is going to see you all tomorrow, and or Francine will see you all tomorrow. You have a fantastic day, everybody out there. And this is Fred, who can't even breathe because he got a gills now. And I'm going to see you all tomorrow. Have an awesome day, everybody. And remember, try and have your frame ready. Francine will be putting up a list later on what you're actually going to need. And make sure those nails aren't too long, won't you? Have an awesome day, everybody. This is Fred. We'll see you again later in the week. Bye for now.